So a couple weeks ago, I talked about the number one reason people don't get the home they want, and I want to do a little follow up on that. Um, there's a part of that that I missed. So you should always go to a lender and let them tell you what they'll lend for you, right? That way you're looking at the right houses. But if you don't ask, they'll just give you a number and say, okay, we'll lend you $300,000. We'll lend you $500,000. And that's it. But make sure you sit down with them and talk about which price and interest rate will give you which monthly payment. Recently started working with some clients that were great. They got tons of money, they're ready to go. They got a number that they're approved for, and we start looking at houses that they want to see. Um, in that price range. But then once we got to making an offer, they were surprised at what the actual price of the house would mean in a monthly payment. And that really intimidated them. And so suddenly they're tempted to really lowball these houses or completely change what they're looking for, which is great. So it's appropriate to change what we're looking for. But I was under the false impression, and part of that's my fault, that they understood that a certain price range meant a certain payment because they had been speaking a ton with their lender, but they had never gone over that. What price translated into a monthly payment for them, right? Because you got PITI, so principal, the part that's going towards equity of actually paying down the house, interest, the part that what the lending actually costs you, over time, taxes, what you owe Uncle Sam for owning real estate, and insurance, having the property insured. So all that goes into your monthly payment. Sit down and talk to your lender. Talk about what the price means for your PITI. It'll put you in a much better position. You won't get sticker shock, or you won't find yourself falling in love with a house that's a certain price, wanting to make an offer, and then when you realize what the payment will be, backing out of it. You'll already be ahead of the game. You'll know what you're doing. You'll know what you're getting into, and you won't be scared. And there are lots of rules of thumb for what that should be. A Google search will give you tons of different options. A lot of people say you ought to make, 1/3 of what you make ought to go to your home payment. Around there. Talk to your lender, see what's right for you, but please don't just get a pre-qual letter that says, hey, I can spend $500,000, because you might not like what $500,000 means every month. So maybe they'll lend you that much, but maybe you really ought to be looking at $350 because that's what you're comfortable spending every month for that home. So just a little tip, something I'd missed last time. Hope that helps. Get out there. Real estate's going great right now.